Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and as we of course have this week, and especially today and through the week, some videos on how to stay safe using your computer, using the internet and so on. We'll have some tips and share some of the bad ideas that people sometimes have that should be avoided. The first one we're going to talk about is sharing the password with other people of some of your accounts. This is a practice that is very popular. Why? Because it's simply the easiest way many times for most people to just I better give you my password. It's going to be easier than creating a new account or a specific account for another person. It could be at work. It could be at home with some of the accounts you have. It could be, there's a lot of sharing of Netflix passwords, for example. This is a very bad practice, honestly. And the reason why it's a bad practice is because you never know what could happen. And here we're not necessarily talking about trust of a person using it. More into the security aspects that could actually happen with this. So for example, say that you give your password to your email accounts to someone else for them to view the emails maybe while you're gone, for example, because you don't have access to any technology. Problem with that is you don't know how safe the devices used are and what also the places they are used with these accounts. And that is a problem because your account might be compromised due to a PC that might have a malware, or due to the fact that that person not understanding the good practices of using online accounts might use it on a PC that should not be a PC to use it. It could be you're using it on a public Wi-Fi. These are all things that endanger your accounts. And you have no idea because you don't know how that account might be used. And I often hear, oh, well, if I lose my email, I just create a new one. Well, that is actually very selfish in the way of thinking because that account is linked to people you know. And even having a compromised account means that the people you know might receive spam from you, thinking it's from you. And they might actually click on a link and have ransomware. They could click on a link or try something or do something that's going to make them lose money. Security is a very, very wide thing, and it's very important to understand that you're putting everybody at risk, not just you using or losing your accounts. So sharing passwords is a bad idea. There are many ways to actually have possibilities. For example, one of the things that would be a better choice on email would be to simply forward your emails to somebody else for a while. That could be something. You won't be giving out your password, but some other person will be receiving the new emails you get until you get back home and just, put it back to normal and keep your emails for you. So any account, you might think sharing your Netflix account password is not a bad idea, and it happens regularly, but it might be because it might be found out by somebody else. I was talking, not always about trust, but sometimes even trust is a delicate thing. And you might be giving the password to somebody you think is trustworthy, and they might be sharing it with somebody else. And you end up with problems afterwards because anything can happen. And remember, giving your password to any type of account to somebody else means that person is now capable of changing everything in that account, including kicking you out of the account and changing the password. So that could create a lot of problems. So do not share passwords. And the last thing, and this one is a scary one because I hear it very often. Do not, tell somebody, a doctor or, any specialist or any person you might encounter in everyday life for, help. What I hear often is, do you want to have the password of my medical records online to a doctor, for example? You don't do that. You'd never give your password of your own accounts from anything, including medical records, to your doctor. The logical thing is it might seem a good idea because you say, well, it's the doctor's going to see all this stuff. The problem is the doctor, you can give him the information. You don't have to give him the password for these information. You never know where they might end up. You never know how they can be used. So it's very important. You never share your password, ever, ever, ever. And that is one very simple thing to follow every single day. Even if you think it's making it complicated, security first. No password sharing. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.